Hello, Mercs. It's time for Team Fortress lessons. You know what that means? It's time for Atomsk to stumble over his words and make an ass out of himself again. Sorry, it's been a while since the last one of these. The ESEA season ended for me, and I'd kind of been focusing on Highlander a lot. So, I thought to myself, everybody was talking about the classic mix-up Leviathan Gaming match at the end of the regular season, an invite. So let's go take a look at that. So first thing I did was I pulled up ESEA and looked at the stats for the match. First thing I noticed, not really unusual, Banny here did almost 22,000 damage. 9 rounds is a lot of rounds, but Platinum did 17,000 damage. And then I noticed that Banny also died 26 times. Shade died 24 times and Pure 23. Everyone else was in the 40s or 50s. So I was like, wow, Banny did really good. Then, looking up here, Classic Mix-Up did more damage, but they had less frags, or Leviathan had more frags and less deaths. So I started thinking to myself, how does Classic Mix-Up win a game where they don't frag as much and get fragged more? Well, obviously, those two things go hand in hand. So I decided to watch the cast for the game. It was by Sal and Seabear. It was very exciting. It was a lot of fun to watch. I highly recommend that anybody who hasn't seen it go watch that cast, even though I just spoiled it for you with the actual statistics of the game. It was still good. The thing I liked most about it, though, was Harbleu's spy plays. Those got some airtime, and I really enjoyed the first spy play. Worked beautifully, and the second one not so much. And it was really interesting to me why it worked or didn't work. And sorry, really thirsty. So what happened was I got the demo file, and I eventually just started watching the Harbleu cam. And I made all these notes here of what I saw, and we're just having a Harbleu lesson. That's what it is. We're doing a roamer. I was originally gonna do a demo man, but nope. it's Harbleu time. So let me pull up TF2 and let's launch this demo. Yeah. Wow, that was fast. Okay. We're going to jump to 27,000. And so what I did this time is we're not going to watch the whole demo file start to finish like we did with Lansky's. That took a long time, and it was a drain on me personally, and it was probably not as exciting as it could have been. So we're going to do like highlights basically. So this first play here, let's get on the Harbleu cam. He gets this pick on on somebody, probably Dave, and then he goes in for this roam here, and he sees his team is cleaned up, so he just goes to last. And this is basically how roamer is played a lot of the time. But just having him here immediately just completely crushes any sort of chance for them to get a last defense. That's pretty standard for roamer, but they should have won that round. They wiped them at second, and the distance between second and last is so. But in this match there were so many close, they should have just taken last, but they didn't. Both teams had clutch defenses on their lasts over and over again, so it was crazy. So plays like this, pushing ahead, or once you're already ahead of your team, and they're doing work, just get more ahead, get more advantages. Don't try to win the game, just get more ahead. So what happens here? Oh, this one is just a great bomb, if I recall. This map has some of the best little ramps on it for surfing and your rocket jumps. This is not the one I'm thinking of. I went back too far. Maybe it's this one. Oh yeah. Huge. Bombs like that are hard indoors. He takes down the medic and one of the scouts, so they're going to be able to push out a second on this. And if I recall, the next life here, it's a good decision, the bomb that he goes for. I'm going to speed it up to 2 times. If I recall, he goes in garage and then comes out. And he goes for the bomb and choke. The only problem is he hits his head on some terrain. And it would have been like the perfect time to do so too. Yeah. Look on the left. Shade is about to have Uber with like a massive advantage, and Harbleu goes to bomb choke because that's, he knows, probably due to comms, that's where they're going to push. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. So his team goes to fall back. He goes to bomb in. It's the right time. Go for it, Harbleu. Yeah. And then, nope, girder. Falls straight down. Derp. So that was the right decision, just not quite, you know, the map familiarity that he needed. But, Romer fundamentals. Let's go to 56,000 here.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Oh yeah.
Time has been added.
So basically what happens in this clip is okay, Harbleu's on the left here, and the Uber pushes in right, and this is not something that you'll see in like Romer tutorials, like, oh yeah, hide from Ubers, lol. But watch what happens here. He sees the Uber on the right, just gonna chill. Let his team kite it. He doesn't want to have to get flashed so that his team has to save him. He just decides to stay alive. And then he goes in for post-Uber plays. And they completely wipe LG here.
Alert. The control point is being...
Good plays. Jump to 64,000 here.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Speed this up. Get Harbleu alive. What happens here? Oh yeah, he starts getting targeted by the Uber. So, you know, he puts out some damage. Look at this. He's going to jump with 55 health and do support damage. I mean, that's how you got to play as Romer. Stay alive and wait for those openings. And then play like you can't die. You have to as Romer. That's the whole point of gunboats. We're going to jump ahead a little more here. Say 81,000. This is going really smoothly and quickly. I can't believe it.
Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. Our control...
You know what? I'm actually going to back it up a little further than that because I think we missed something important. Come on, TF2. Come on. There we go. Oh, it did the thing. Let's get back on the harp can. There it is. Alright.
The control point is being contested.
So they're looking to push mid here because it's 4v3 with a medic. So look how he leads this charge. Oh no. What's going on here? What? Okay, they haven't pushed it yet. His team is behind him. They're pushing in through choke. And he's going to try and distract as much of them as possible with jumps.
Our control point is being captured.
This is something you're going to see Harb do a few times during this match, and I'm going to highlight it, is that he leads pushes with distractionary jumps while his team pushes in. And he tries to eat as much of the fire as possible while actually eating none of it, just attracting it. See, you see that? You see how he jumped over second and just curved away from it and then jumped out of the fight. And now I'm guessing TLR is going to be getting aggressive. Yeah, they're in with all their buffs. And go back to Harb. He's ready to jump in again. And then he's out again. He refuses to die in these exchanges. So, I have it down at the next life. He gets some decent aggression here.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 2 big distracting jumps. Team's got to focus him, but look at the position that you know, his team was able to walk over and take because everybody was shooting at him over here. I mean, it didn't quite go their way, but his team, the teamwork is impeccable. Like, there's no way that he didn't calm that he was going for a big bomb on their combo and that, you know, his team should be getting aggressive. Or the other way around, that his team called for the bomb to distract as they pushed in. I got it down that the next life is kind of interesting too. Oh yeah, here he goes for that choke bomb again as they push in, because he knows, well, I guess he doesn't have the advantage. I wonder how this happens. Yeah, both teams are just building Uber. Oh, right. Hiding by the store. Let's speed it up a little bit. So he's relying on the eyes of his teammates right now to tell him when he needs to move and get aggressive. And Harbleu can hear the stickies being laid down here on the other side. He knows. So he's just biding his time. He sees that soldier move in, and I'm assuming that his team has told him something. So now he moves in. Boom. On the demo. Free pick. That is the power of communication. Trades with the other roamer. Ah, well. Okay, so that's the end of the clips that I had for the first half, but I'm going to jump to something that happens right before the end, just to highlight it. Actually, let's go to 24. Hopefully this won't be too late. Okay, so his team wipes at last, right as he's getting there. So he waits here for a second, and he goes for the bomb on the point. He should be able to see those sticks, and he just didn't jump high enough to clear them. That's just silly. So let's jump to the second half here. And I really enjoyed the first mid-fight in this second half.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Okay, here's the actual, the match is live. So let's jump to the mid-fight. Get your buff. So Harb goes to jump, and no, he just walks to the mid. He sees that there's not really a huge opening. What might actually be going on here is, I don't know how mix-up works. Maybe they call for his bomb, like when a scout sees like a good time. But basically, here comes the jump, and it's just a distraction. Curve out of it, jump away. Oh, now his team's getting aggressive. Re-jump, boom, big double kill on Shade and Tyrone. That, and then air shot kill on Hero. Yeah, that got the lel out of Harbleu. That is the power of gunboats. Just so you know. They fucking rock. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. Another one of those roamer push leads. Let's jump to 51.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Oh, yeah. Jumps point, jumps away. Sees they're Ubered in. Oop, jump away. Ubered people. Let's get a health kit. Let's jump back in. Get a kill on Tyrone. Jump the medic. Aw, yeah. Let's clean up a little bit. Scouts on LG. Clean it up a little bit. But it ends up in a Scout v demo situation. Not bad. Let's jump to 189.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
So, coming up here, speed it up, there's going to be an Uber exchange that looks like it's really going to go in LG's favor. They just pop earlier and weren't able to grab any territory off of it. So Harb just immediately says, later fight, and gets a health kit, and then just jumps back into the fight. Manages to clean up Dave and Shade and put damage out on Tyrone. So, turning that into a, you know, going from losing the round sort of push into like, okay, our roamer did enough damage that we can probably get a last defense set up. Oh yeah, so great surf there. Ooh, terrific cleanup kills on this push out the second. So they're immediately going to get aggressive on to mid. Whoops. Distractionary bombs here at mid. You know, you can't not shoot the roamer jumping on you guys. And the scouts immediately come up behind Harbleu and clean up. Back on the flank. Ooh, cleans up this scout. And the other scout. So now they're capping second. And remember what I said about getting more ahead in the first clip of the game. How, okay, they wiped at second and Harb pushed ahead of his team. Well, this time, his medic is up, has advantage, is about to have Uber, and Tyler is down. That's the most important thing. He needs to be like the meat shield, like rocket defense for his demo man in this push. So Harb knows this, and he becomes temporary pocket for this last push. Plays it very smart. Easy win. If Harb had pushed ahead initially and died possibly to the spawning, like 2 or 3 spawning classes, totally possible, that push would have been a lot weaker and they might not have just taken last off of it. You see how, like, making the same decision in just slightly different circumstances can win or lose you the game. That's the experience of these invite players, you know, coming through. We're jumping next to, let's try 218. What's going on here? I think it's the life after this one. Oh. This is the one where his team wipes at second. Okay. It's 5v1 here. This sucks. Look at what Harb does. He positions himself on the ramp. He's hearing people jumping, and I heard it on my right headphone. Boom. He heard a hit sound from that. So he's going to stuff this doorway. That push is ruined, and now he has 3 respawns on his team. Not going to do it. I almost did it again, Dashner. I almost did. I'm going to put a description, or a link in the description, because if you don't know what I'm talking about. I almost made the noise again, because that's so awesome. Not guesswork. The casters who were watching that match were like, oh, Harb just went huge, guessing that to put his rockets in that doorway. That is not what happened. He knew, he saw like ×5 on second. He knew that the soldiers and the medic were going to be on second. He knew his team was respawning in less than 10 seconds. What is the fastest way to get to last? Like, if they had pushed along the right into the health kit room and pushed along one of those lanes, they would have, you know, like, sort of thrown away their push already, because they had taken that respawn time in order to get into that lane. So they had to come through the ramp that he was standing on, or the doorway to the side. That, with the, you know, the evidence of the rocket noises that he had, you know, he had a reasonable, like, it's not guesswork. He knew that they had to come that way, or his team would intercept them on the other way, respawning. And so he looked. They hadn't come ramp side into his face, where he could have at least delayed long enough to get his team out. So he put that prediction rocket in the doorway, heard the hit noise, and just put the rest of his rockets in that doorway so they couldn't come through. Terrific read of the battlefield and of the mechanics of the game, just on the fly. Absolutely perfect. We're gonna jump ahead a little bit here. 28. I think he might die here. Yeah. So basically they wiped, and now they're going to push. They take mid. They're already ahead of second. And so, watch the juking in this doorway. They do not want this Ubered Scout to get into last. So, and just a nice little touch. Harbleu jumps into spawn. He doesn't run back to the cabinet. ×3, ×2, out. Much faster if you can manipulate your keyboard properly, which you should be able to if you're trying to play games competitively. Just a nice little save. Like, their medic couldn't have died from that because they stuffed that doorway so well. Just well played. Not a terrific clip right here, but I just wanted to outline this because it, you know, it shows something that I do sometimes. So, misses the health kit. Not that. He's trying to get aggressive on the enemy combo. I think he ate a sticky there. Okay, yeah, I remember. He's gonna go for the kit. Well, they both did. And they both gave it away. So he's going to go through sewers. And I think the idea is to get the pop out here, because they have a big advantage. Oh, right. He's trying to work with his scouts to clear the scouts out. Okay, so watch what happens. That rocket just pushed him up. And he's like, well, I am fucked. Might as well wall jump and dodge some shots and make them waste more ammo on me. And that's exactly what happens. He puts a little damage on the demo man, and then he gets out, pulls out his escape plan and makes them shoot at him more. I mean, that's just a situation where well, I'm not going to get any work done. Let's make the best of a bad situation. Okay, we're jumping ahead here to, let's say 252. Yeah, they are about to, LG is about to win a round. And I really enjoyed this mid-fight by Harb. So he jumps these right houses here, or the crates here. Jumps over them, just curves away. Jumps back. Look how much scattergun and like whiffed air shots are coming out of his way. Okay. Pogo's off the rock and jumps into the combo. Love it. Jumps again. Puts more damage out on the combo. And the scouts just come in and clean everything up. I'm going to let it run. His next life isn't so great if I remember. But then the one after that I liked. No, I was wrong. Oh well, we're not going to see what that was, but, one second. So, if we want to take a look at the stats for the match again. Harbleu got the award for most deaths. And he was the bottom of his scoreboard. He went 46 and 58. That's not terribly good on paper. But if I want you to take anything away from this match, it's going into it. It was the best team in the world. You know, after I-46, we pretty much know that, against the second best team in the world. It's going to be a lot of stalemates. It's pretty evenly matched. Like, Harbleu's got to ask himself, what can I do to help my team win the game? Not, what can I do to perform well personally, to get lots of frags? Like, how am I going to make it so my team wins the game? And I totally skipped over the spy segments, which I did not want to do. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm going to have a separate thing for that later, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Point is, Harb doesn't get a lot of, like flashy air shots or tons of, like, huge frag streaks. He consistently creates advantages for his team. So, he consistently gets med picks when it's critical, not just whenever. And he consistently works the flank and makes numbers advantages for his team so that his combo can confidently and effectively push out of their positions. And that's quintessentially what the roamer does. It's his job to make advantages for his team. I don't know. I watched this game like from start to finish, and I was impressed. And I don't know. I kind of sped through it. I feel like I didn't give attention to. Oh, the other way he creates advantages was leading pushes in the air. That's something that I've never done before as a roamer, and I get moved from pocket to roamer in 6v6 a lot. And I'm going to start doing, because I think that it's hilarious, it's effective, and it creates an advantage for your team. When you jump over the enemy team, they think that you are trying to target their medic, and sometimes you are. And sometimes you're just curving over them so that people waste scattergun and rockets on you that they're going to need, because now your combo is pushing straight into them, not giving them a chance to reload. And then Harb comes back in after the Uber pushes and creates more advantages, or just straight up wins, helps his team win, because he stays alive. So it's just great roamer play, in my opinion. The spy clip is hilarious, by the way. He just gets through all of second and goes to their last while they're holding mid. And they perfectly coordinate the choke push with the spy play, so that there's no way anybody could be worrying about looking behind them at that time, because the platinum and TLR are coming through your choke. You kind of need to shoot at them. I feel like I forgot something. Oh well. It's only episode 4. I'm gonna get the hang of this at some point. Let me go to my web browser and pull up the last video, because I want to answer your guys' questions from before. Should have had this pulled up before, but whatever. You're gonna have to wait with me a sec. Can I put a link for download in this demo? To download these demos that I'm watching, all you guys need to do is go on to ESCA.com. You don't even have to make an account. You just click on divisions and standings, and you look at the matches, and there's just a download in the... I'm so bad at this. Right about here on your page, like in the upper left corner. It's right under the map picture. Yeah, you can download. That's one of the things I love about ESCA is all of the STV demos for every match, open, intermediate, and invite, are immediately posted to the website, and that's so terrific. Romer next. Yes. Voice isn't synced. Sorry, I didn't have my new CPU back then. Hopefully the audio syncs up this time. I don't know. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. Heart, Atomsk, and Lansky. Aww. What was the mic? The suspense is too much. Right, I unplugged my microphone, which ended the recording last time. Here, I'm just going to take my webcam and show you guys. I got a snowball mic. Ta-da. And my computer's under my desk, so all the wires are pretty taut. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode of Team Fortress Lessons. I hope all you roamers out there learned something. I haven't done a Highlander lesson yet, have I? Part of the problem is what I just explained about ESCA being so awesome for getting 6v6 demos. That's why I put a link to my email in every video. If you guys want Highlander Team Fortress lessons, you have to send me your demo files. I've added everyone I can from Platinum, UGC Platinum Highlander, but people don't go out of their way to send me their Highlander demos. So, it's going to be 6v6 until, 1, this show gets popular and people want their demos reviewed, which I don't think is going to happen, really. Or 2, you guys send them to me. And hopefully they're good demos. Because I want... The way the show should work is people performing well and me analyzing that and telling the viewers why they performed well or how they did it. And not you sending me your demos of, like, how can I get better? And I'm like, oh, well, here are all the problems. Because I don't want to come off as, like, a big douchebag like that. Yeah. The end. I hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you next time. Bye. Over.